Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Smith Shake's Custom Baits. Rick Smith Shake here. We're going to do another jig video today, and we're going to use some of the powder paints that I got for my birthday. One thing I noticed with the first 4 powder paint colors is that the finished product most of the time didn't look a whole lot like what the powder was. Like the purple, you couldn't tell it had the little tiny green flakes in it. The black, I didn't know it was a matte finish, but obviously I knew it was black. The chartreuse looked pretty close, but with some of these others, we'll see. Today I'm going to use the Bold Gill, the Dragonfly, Blaze Orange, and Candy Yellow. I'm just going to make, because they're easier to see, I think, I'm just going to make the 4 largest cavities, which are 1/2 ounce down to 1/4 ounce. And then when we go to powder paint, I'm going to use, and this is a tip that I picked up from Adam over at SDG Custom Lurecraft. He's here on YouTube also. What this is shrink wrap, or shrink tubing, okay? I cut up a whole bunch of them while I was heating up the lead, melting it. But I'll put these over the eye of the hook before I paint the jig head. And that should, well, of course I'll have to shrink it, but that should keep the paint out of the hook eyes. Another thing, and I learned this from Adam over at SDG also, is I made a couple of these racks to hold the jig heads, to hold the jigs standing up, so that if I get a little too much paint on them, it'll run down onto the collar or the shank of the hook, and it won't have that little droop, that little, yeah, you guys saw it, the badly painted jigs, yeah, you saw those. We won't have those anymore. And these were relatively easy to make, and I'll put a link to the video where he shows how to make these. I'll put that in the description. So if you want to make some, you'll be able to. All right, I have the mold ready to go. So let me close it up and move the camera over, and we'll make some jigs. Okay, and hopefully I don't bump the camera, and I don't. I don't block the camera because it's really hard to see in this position. All right, here we go. Here's the first one, and that is one. That's some lead. Good thing I had my glove on. That might be a little bit too fast still. I think it is. I'm gonna have to adjust that just a little bit more. All right, and we'll see how these came out. I might have to fix them offline or off camera. Wait, so it looks, I got the mold here open, as you can see, and it looks like all of the jigs came out pretty darn nice. I went ahead and I turned the I want to say the volume. I turned the little knob thing here that adjusts, or the screw that adjusts the flow. I turned that down about another 1/2 turn. Hopefully, well, I'll just keep working it. I'll get it to where it doesn't spit all over the place like it did. But let's go ahead and take these things out. There we go. There, both of those are out. Set the mold aside. Take a look. Look at it. It's a nice, smooth. Yeah, look at that. They're all 4 of them. Nice, smooth. That probably doesn't need to be there. That part down there. Nice, smooth heads on them. They're all full, nice and. All right, so let's go ahead and I need to get a file for this part, or after this part. So I can file this down here a little bit. You don't have to cut it quite so close. But try to keep it as round as possible, maintain the shape, you know what I mean? Let's get this over here. There we go. Okay. This one here. Wow, look at that. These are gonna be awesome. Awesomely painted this time. Unlike last time, right? Well, the paint didn't look bad last time. Well, I guess it sort of did because it ran. When paint runs, it doesn't look great. Okay. So see, you can see there's a little bit of a line there, whatever. If I get a file, and I'll do that soon. Get a file, I can file that down, make it look a little better. So, all right, let's go ahead and move the, oh no, I'm not gonna move the camera. I'm gonna show you one other thing here. We're gonna use, yes, we are gonna move the camera. I'm gonna put these on, okay? And I'm gonna shrink wrap them. And then we're gonna dip the paint, dip the jig heads in the paint, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and do the blaze orange one first. And I'm going to use a trick that Adam uses with this here. Thank you, Sir Adam. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set up once I need. There we go. I'm going to start with the smallest one, the 1/4 ounce. Okay, this might be there it goes. Just have to be careful at first. All right. See, now you can see we got it like that. Let's just give it a quick swish. And there we go. Okay, now the hook shouldn't be too hot. It's not. So let's see if we can't hold the thing like this. Tighten that up just enough. There we go. I can pull that off now. Bye. Okay, next one. Next one here. Here we go. Here we go. That was the blaze orange, if you couldn't tell. Candy yellow is next. I'm going to put that, let's do the next biggest one. That seems kind of reasonable. Just go in order. All right. Watch that tube shrink. I always thought that was pretty cool. I'm getting a new microphone. The last one quit, so just bear with me a little bit for a couple weeks, because well, actually it'll be a few weeks because I have a few videos already shot. But I'll be getting a new one by the time these ones run out. I will have a new microphone. Okay. Switch it around in there a little bit. And I didn't quite get it all covered that time. Not that first time. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's a lot better, I think. And this will get better It'll look a lot better after we put it in the toaster oven and cook it. That works pretty darn slick for the most part. I didn't get, somehow this one ended up with paint in the hook eye. There, I got it all out. This time. This time. Okay, you know what? I should have left that on there, shouldn't I? Okay, that's good enough. There we go. I'll have to, if I'm going to do this professionally. Let's go and shake this one. I don't think I shook this one before. I'm going to do this professionally. I will have to definitely figure out a way to do this a whole lot faster. You know what, I'm going to start heating the jig head because this one's quite a bit bigger. This in here I think is .3/8. The last one was 5/16. Okay, should be good enough for that. Okay, that last one came off pretty darn easy, so I'm guessing I didn't shrink the tubing enough. Walked right past it. Way to go, Rick. Okay, here we go. This has some glitter in it, some sparkly stuff. Alright, and we'll see, we'll get to see the final colors here. Let's come a little closer there. I don't know, I saw somebody else doing this. Maybe it was Adam. Maybe that makes it look, so you see it a little easier. All right. And no paint in the eye, none. All right, that's the secret. Well, and another secret is always close up your containers when you're done with them. Maybe that's just a life hack. Good lord. Oh, there it goes. That one didn't want to open up. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice. I think this is the candy yellow, I think. No. Bold Gill. Alright, let's go ahead and get this heated up. And as soon as this is heated and the shrink wrap's shrunk, or the shrink tube, then we can turn this thing off. And hopefully it's far enough away from the microphone that it's not too terrible, the noise isn't. I left the fan down on low this time. Okay, this is a fairly hefty weight, it's ½ ounce, so okay, when I put this over here I stand it up because, well, that shrink tubing is just, it practically falls off all on its own. Okay, alright, let's go ahead and shut that stupid thing off. Alright, here we go. Just a quick swish in there. I spilled a little bit this time. Dig nabbit. That wasn't too quick, was it? Alright. That's because I missed part of it over here. I think this, if this is any indication, how's that? Let's try that again. I did 2 like this and 2 not like that. Huh? Let's pull that off too. No, I don't want to pull that off yet. I want to put, it gives me something else that's not going to be hot to touch as I put these things in the rack. Okay. Let's I'm going to put those there. All right, so now the last thing that I need to do is to put these in the oven. And we're not going to glue anything on them this time. Those were just using the glue that I used on these things. That was a really bad idea. It just didn't work at all. But it works great for the purpose that I bought it for originally. I just thought I'd try it. And it just didn't work out like I'd hoped, which is fine. Got a couple suggestions. I'll see what I can do about getting some new glue, and then we will put some eyes on some of these jigs. All right? Then give me 20 minutes and we'll be back. Right. I loosened the screws up a little bit before I turned the camera on. Oops, and I should have picked this up a little bit. These are fresh out of the oven, so oh shoot, that's not going to work very well now, is it? Those are the damn scissors. All right, here we go. Hope I didn't ruin them. Probably did though, with my luck. This is that bold bluegill, or bold gill, not bluegill. But it coated really nice all the way around. Any extra paint would have run down the. I think it did a little bit here. But as you can see, I am going to need to get a file. Okay, no problem. I can do that. But that bold gill looks really, really awesome, I think. Now this next one is the Dragonfly. And Rick, don't touch that. That's hot. Okay. This here is the Dragonfly. And again, you can see where I need to use a file. This is part of my learning process, but boy, that's a nice color. I'm kind of partial to blues and stuff that has blue tints in it, whatnot. So yeah, I can see pairing this color up with with one of the. Ooh, that's a good idea for video. Pairing this color up on a smaller jig to a Dragonfly bait. Now this one here, yeah, it covered pretty darn nice too. I like that color. This is the candy yellow. Okay, and you notice well, it's not. It doesn't give you a real good idea of what it's going to turn out to be just by looking at what's in the jar. But yeah, and again, we're going to need to file it. But the hook eyes were all clean. Okay. And now here we go. Let's toss this little guy down here. This blaze orange. Okay. That covered real nice, I think. Now see, now these, well, I almost said I would sell these, but look at the top. It needs to be, even this one right there, I can see it. They all need to be filed. Okay, so once I file them, then we'll be able, and this rack works absolutely fantastic. Okay, absolutely fantastic. It was worth the time and the effort to put it together. Especially when you consider the badly painted jigs, you know. But every video I'm getting a little bit better. I do have some stuff for like tying flies. Maybe some point I'll, I'll what the heck was that? Something cracking sound like. I bet it's the lead cooling down. Anyways, maybe at some point I'll try tying some of those materials that I have onto a jig head. We'll see. That's an idea, something I might try. But I'll definitely be putting soft plastics on a lot of these. Yeah, this is another nice set of colors. I'm sure I can match base to those. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the jigs being made. Hope you learned a couple things. I did. I learned it in this process myself. Pardon me. Hopefully these jigs look a whole lot better to you guys than last week's did. Well, actually, there'll probably be an unboxing video. See, I can talk, really. An unboxing video in between the badly painted jigs and these. There'll probably be another, maybe the next one, another jig video. Maybe that'll be maybe the next one of those will have I'll have a file by then. So and that'll make them look nice. And if I can get it filed to where the sprue was at looks nice, then we're at a sellable point already. We can already sell them. I have a ton of other colors to show you guys as we go along, and we'll get to those sooner or later. Just like eventually we got to all the colorants and all the glitters and everything else. But now I'll start making, now that I can make good jigs, I'll start making jig heads to match some of the baits I'm using, and that'll be a ton of fun. And hopefully they'll catch fish too. That's always the best part of the fun. So if you like what you saw, folks, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to watch the subscriber contest video and leave a comment that you shared it. Leaving a comment it gets you entered in the contest. Until next time, folks, tight lines and calm waters.